How's it going, my peeps, and welcome to part 2 of my simulation for Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, a match that will take place this Sunday at Wrestlemania, and a match also that seems to be a no disqualification now, because they've been advertising it on the latest merchandise that they've been selling and also on posters. Which, you know, I'm actually for. I actually think this match should have been made a no disqualification match from the get-go, just because of how, you know, the brawls that they've had, like, just scream of no disqualification match. Reigns threw a freaking trash can at Triple H. They fought backstage. They busted each other open. It just makes sense for the match to be no DQ. But speaking of that makes it so there's a lot of no DQ matches on the Wrestlemania card this year. So anyways, as far as the winner of this match goes, man, I really think it's going to be Reigns. And I think this is one of the more obvious matches. Actually, out of all the matches, this is probably the most predictable one. And it's just because they like Reigns. And it's been obvious, you know, with the way they've been building it up and everything, that, hey, Reigns is going to get his title back at WrestleMania. All of this is so Reigns could get the title back from Triple H. Triple H taking the championship from him at the Rumble, in a match where he doesn't really have to beat Reigns via pinfall or submission. He just has to throw him out. And then, you know, them constantly screwing Reigns over. Obviously, at some point, Reigns gets his payback, and WrestleMania is the perfect time to do it. The only problem is, it's not really going to be received well by the fans when Roman Reigns wins that championship at Mania. I fully expect Reigns, at the very least, to get a mixed reaction, but he'll probably just get booed. Triple H, I think the people are gonna actually cheer Triple H in this match. Or actually, we might find ourselves in a situation where they boo both Triple H and Roman Reigns. But they've actually cheered Triple H when Roman Reigns, when Triple H, was kicking Triple H. Damn, I'm mixing names up here. When Triple H was kicking Roman Reigns' ass on that episode of Raw, when he pedigreed him on the steel steps. So something, you know, close to that is what I think we can expect at WrestleMania. Now, you know, a few people have mentioned maybe Roman Reigns turning heel. But do you really think that's gonna happen? And it's just, with this scenario, with the storyline going on, it's hard to see, I guess, Roman Reigns being the heel. Not judging from the crowd reaction, because if you judge by the crowd reaction, then yes, Roman Reigns should be a heel. But what I'm talking about is he's the one that's been getting screwed all this time. And so how would the WWE explain that, hey, what Roman Reigns did right here, that turns him into a bad guy? Especially with the match already being no disqualification. Is it by having, I don't know, The Rock help him out and nobody helps out Triple H? But even then, it's, you know, it's kind of, I guess, justified because of what Triple H has done to him. And if it was anybody else, he'd be getting cheered if The Rock helped him out. But since this is Roman Reigns, you know he's gonna get booed. Now, personally, what I'd like to see happen, you know what? I'd like to see, like, a shocker here, like a surprise win from Triple H, just because I feel like it's so obvious that Roman Reigns is going to take this. So a win from Triple H here, I would actually, you know, welcome. Usually when Triple H in the past has retained the championship, when everybody's been hoping that the challenger would win the championship from Triple H, usually it's met with a bad reaction, but here I think it'd be the complete opposite. Like, for instance, when Triple H beat Randy at WrestleMania 25, Randy was on fire, everybody wanted to see Randy win the championship. Randy ends up losing, Triple H ends up retaining. Also, WrestleMania, when Triple H fought Booker T for the championship, people were hoping Booker T would win, but instead Triple H hit him with a pedigree. It took about, I don't know, 15 seconds to cover him and still got the win and retains. You know, people weren't happy about that, but here, I think this is like the only scenario where if Triple H actually pulls off the surprise win or retains the championship, people would actually cheer for it, and I'd be one of them. It's just one of those scenarios where this match itself has been, you know, it's been obvious that this was going to be the match at Mania for the WWE Championship. And the result, Reigns winning the championship, has also been extremely obvious for a long time now, and it's at a point where it's so obvious that, like, I want to see something else. I want to be surprised, and the only way you could go ahead and surprise me in this instance is having Triple H get the win. but I don't expect that to happen. With the no DQ stipulation, we could maybe see somebody try and help out Triple H, but then The Rock coming out, you know, and going ahead and evening out the odds, helping Roman Reigns win. But going back as to why I think Roman Reigns is going to win this, the good guy always gets his revenge at some point, at least the main event good guy. And WrestleMania 95% of the time, or actually maybe 98% of the time, is the place where that happens. Obviously, they're really behind Roman Reigns, and he lost at WrestleMania last year. I don't see him losing 2 years in a row. So I'm sticking with Roman Reigns winning the title here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you can click the like button. I'm out. See ya.